Hello, Mr. Watterson here for Doncaster Music Service. I hope you're all doing okay. Just giving you a few tips for practicing on lockdown. We've been spending more time practicing, I think, this last few months than ever before. I think I've been spending loads of time practicing, even more than usual, really, just because I'm bored, really. So I just wanted to talk. This is more this is just as much for parents as it is for pupils, actually. Just talking of choices of practice pad. You can see my Doncaster Music Service branded one just here. This is from years. I've had this absolutely ages. I just mainly want to talk about practice pad because a practice pad is a really, really good way. If you've not got a drum kit at home, you can use a practice pad for practice just on the coffee table or just in your bedroom or wherever you fancy to. Literally, it's so small you can take it everywhere that you need to. So I just thought I'd give you a few sort of options and a bit of guidance on how to choose a practice pad. Number one, I think practice pads now are massively expensive. So like for something like this, sometimes you can pay up to 50 quid for a piece of rubber. Which is a bit silly, really. And then if you get the posh ones with all the drum branding on it and all that, you're paying stupid money. So I actually got a few pupils a good deal on a practice pad on auction sites, or if you go on social media, sometimes they have marketplace options where people are selling off gear, which is really, really good. You know, selling off music gear and stuff, you get lots and lots of cheap alternatives off auction sites. And of course, with these being rubber, they don't really wear out. So, you know, this is absolutely years old and it's absolutely fine. As you can see, there's a few marks on it, but it's not broken or looking worn out in any way. So that's the first thing. So top tip really with this is shop around, have a look on auction sites, have a look on some of the local drum dealers. They have an online shop that you can have a look at. Sometimes they have what they call B stock, which is slightly damaged maybe, but it won't affect the performance of the pad in any way at all. So have a look, really, really do shop around, because I don't want you guys spending 50 quid on what is essentially a piece of rubber. It's just not worth it. So that's number one, shop around. Have a good look. The second thing I wanted to talk about with this one is really, really handy, because I'm not sure if you can see from the camera angle, but that has got a little screw thread inside the base of the pad. So what I can actually do here, I've got a little cymbal stand here. I can just attach that to the cymbal stand and screw it on as I would the wing nut for the cymbal. And there, of course, I've got something that I can use. I can just sat on this stool here. That works to practice on really, really well. And of course, you can angle this with the cymbal stand. So that's a really, really good point. So these are very, very good. Just be careful. Sometimes the modern cymbal stands are a larger thread. They're a little bit thicker thread on the top for these pads. So that's quite a thin thread. I forget the exact measurements, but there is 2 different measurements. So just check the measurement of your cymbal stand compared to the measurement of the actual thread inside your practice pad. Otherwise, it won't fit. Yes, so that's that. So these are really, really good if you can get hold of those. Just as an example, I picked up a bigger version of this on an auction site, 6 quid. So there are bargains out there. Shop around. The very, very last thing I wanted to talk about, obviously, a single practice pad is okay. It's absolutely fine for practicing rudiments and snare drum exercises and stuff like this. But of course, you want to rock out, you want to get on the drum kit. So one of the most important things to know is about practice pads. Of course, you can buy practice pad kits. So there's more than 2 manufacturers, but there's 2 manufacturers that spring to mind for me. There's DW, 2 words, DW, 2 words, 2 letters. DW and Bill Sanders make practice kits, and they have an attachment for a bass drum pedal, and also you can actually sort of you can make a sort of hi-hat pedal for exercising out of just a normal hi-hat stand. That's the only downside. I think the practice pad kits don't come with a hi-hat pedal, which is the problem. But if you have a hi-hat at home, you could make one, obviously using your existing hi-hat, which is really good, and that'll keep the noise down to a minimum. You could put a towel over the cymbals or whatever to keep the noise down. But the practice pad kits are fantastic because, of course, you get your snare drum pads and toms, and you can adjust them into different places. So you can have a cymbal pad if you like, or anything like that. So they're really worth checking out. They're not cheap, that's the problem. Just like normal practice pads. But again, have a look at auction sites and marketplace and stuff like that. You may find a bargain. So it's always worth shopping around. Okay, so that's about it on practice pads. Very, very useful in lockdown. I've been using mine a lot. So I'm just going to have a little practice now, and I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.